Shadow Fiend. I'm trying to remember who their mid player was at that time when Naive was there. I can't rack it around my head at the moment, but they were very good along with, I think, eHome for that stage as well, where they kind of just grouped up around the 15 talent on the Shadow Fiend and just took objectives at an incredibly fast rate. Ladies and gentlemen, off the Parimatch Season 3, we got Khan against FlyToMoon 2.0. There we go. Let me do this real quick. Still got my... is it this one? Yeah, I think it is. There you go. Alright, we're all good. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So, yeah, we're going to have the DK down in the safe lane. This should be pretty decent for Nongrata. He's going to have a really good time, actually. It's going to get amplified as well, because you have the Grimstroke as your laning partner. Even Naive gives him extra retaliate charge. That's nice of him. He's going to get a decent chunk of damage here. Underneath the tower with the stun from Naive, they're actually just going to find first blood. Oh my lord. He does have to go Dragon Tail level 1. I wonder if they can utilize this... I mean, that's... If he got first blood, that'd be so nice. Like, the tower claims it, so the gold's gonna get shared. But I wonder if Dire might be able to pressure out the DK now without Dragon's Blood early. Maybe even not, though. Like, we'll see. They could just kind of just run at him and right-click him in the meantime. But he's also going to chuck out another stun, so it does use a lot of mana here. That's 2 stuns, 200 mana down. Man, Nongrata's got full retaliate, so has to die to get the retaliate, but in the meantime, it will be a 2-2 bounty piece, Radiant Find First Blood. Now, I'd say that's worth it. I just want to see if they're able to pressure out now the DK not having Dragon's Blood. I don't think it's too much of an issue. Like, it's really not going to hinder his lane at all. As we see, I believe it's Yamich, I believe. The Rubric dropped a deep lane ward at the moment, so see how he's going to end up faring here, but I do want to watch the start of this bottom lane. I thought they might just pop retaliate and literally just run at the DK, but it looks like Naive's going to be fine. So trading a lot of right clicks. I mean, AA, who's got the damage advantage? It looks like AA at the moment just because of the double fairy fire. No fears. Jeez, man. He actually, Nongrata's still got that retaliate, and yeah, this might just be a kill here. Fairy fire popped. Will be able to keep himself alive. So Nongrata does eat a good chunk of damage as well, but that's his full retaliate stacks now down. And as we take a look mid, our 4 CS stacked up 1 soul at the moment here. We'll see. Ooh, nice deny. All right, that's pretty nice against Stormer. Gonna have a relatively good time here. We'll see how it does fare. I mean, the level 6 is a lot more important on the Ember. Ember's going to be able to make rotations, but this should be a pretty decent time for Shadow Fiend. Ember's going to just kind of come up, Flame Guard. He might get it destroyed pretty easily with the razors, but there's not a whole lot of kill threat. Maybe with a power rune or like a rotation coming through, potentially from a support. But I think it's more important that Ember has plays across the different lanes and Shadow Fiend just kind of flash farms. I do want to see if... I was going to say, like, maybe maybe Shadow Fiend can go for, like, this magical build, but I don't really think that's the case. I think he'll go, like, the physical... Really just put pressure on towers. We don't see too much of that magic build anymore. There's some games where you favor it. I see like a lot more games when you're behind is when you're really picking it up, but how's Kalanga on top? So the Morphling very much struggles, at least early on in the lane. Like just 1 point in your attribute shift, you see he's got 69 damage, yes, but he's got 460 max health. Like he's very, very, very squishy. And a lot of the time, just that first point in the attribute shift, honestly, just you can get out CS'd in the early waves, and we're seeing it at the moment as Nongrata finds a hoof stomp, 13 retaliate stacks, and it looks like AA won't be able to utilize the tier 1 tower for any protection here, so it will end up falling. Nongrata with the Windlace picked up very early on, so that just a little bit of movement speed to help out, you know, against the cold feet slow is going to be nice to help close the distance there. So I like this pickup. Whew. A lot of damage. Arrow's having a good time. 15 and 3. Shadow Fiend should pop off in this lane. Can he get all these CS? Deny as well. Oh, nah, just missed that one. I do see the constant slight spam though, which is kind of annoying for him to deal with, but both teams, we're going to probably see rotation for the supports, which is going to be important if they get the creep equilibrium in their favor before that 4-minute mark, because the Shadow Fiend bottle's coming out pretty shortly, still needing to find a little bit of the gold at the moment. He has used a lot of his gold for some mangoes and just keeping up the resources to stay in the lane, but Fishman might be in trouble here. They'll force out the Ogre. Now it's just going to allow them to right-click into the Morphling here. So Kellen will take a decent chunk of damage. Ogre's really that beefy frontline that needs to kind of protect the Morphling early on until kind of Kellen finds the levels. As long as he's got a point in waveform, they don't really have any follow-up. Because they're going to have to like telekinesis in potentially into like a remnant. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for them to find these kills. As Arrow's got level 5 now. This 3 points in raise is incredibly important. As you see, forces out the Ember. Just that rune up top. Now Urgo, drag back. They still got 2 points in Fable telekinesis. This should be a kill here. He's got enough mana to be able to cast both. Doesn't use any at the moment. It's actually just going to hold on to the right clicks. Nicely done. They knew the creep wave was underneath the tower, so they didn't have to utilize any of those abilities there. They were able to continuously chase him down. And even Arrow's going to like lift up the creep wave here. Ember should be able to do a decent chunk of damage. However, the Flame Guard is about to wear off, so he does have to be careful how deep he dives. As you see, the triple raise. I mean, only one connected after the Flame Guard, but it was a lot of damage in the end there. So Ember also missed that invis, which looks like Arrow picked up and is going to make a rotation. Was able to fill up the bottle right before the bounty. Looks like he just wants us trying to secure this. I believe No Fear TP'd in to refill his bottle. They know he's not mid as well. They scan just to see if he's invised up on top of the lane. Void Spirit, waveform aggressively. He's taking a good chunk of damage here. Looks like he's going to be fine. Be able to make it back to the tower. Non-Grata just getting right-click down. These 2 points in the Chilling Touch, man. It's a decent chunk of damage. We do see mid, though. Arrow. Gonna get dived. Stormer. Will fall back. They chuck up the Inkswell. He just picked up level 6. He might actually go, but he doesn't have too much mana to be able to utilize, especially with Flame Guard on cooldown. Diving a level 3 raise is very difficult, as we see Callan, though, top. A lot of damage coming through from this Void Spirit. And even without the Rubric here, you see kind of the pressure that he's able to provide, but the 2,000 net worth lead at the moment for Khan, and this is a very high net worth lead early. Looks like, I mean, their cores are getting a lot of farm. DK is on top of the last hits. Everyone out, like, everyone's doing very well, but I guess the bounties is where they hit hard. Yeah, it looks like they got all 4 bounties down bottom on Grata. Cold Feet's gonna proc here, No Fear with that Inkswell. Does sum up the Ancient Apparitions, doing a lot of damage. It's 2 points in the Stroke of Fate as well. Naive rotating over. It looks like AA's got a juke and jive away from the creep, so that Stroke of Fate doesn't do a whole amount of damage. Nongrata might be able to cut him off. Does have 13 retaliate stacks, but it looks like he won't be able to find the Ancient Apparition there. So nicely played. Be able to help out. Arcane kill. 3-2 in the kill count. Nongrata still playing with fire at the moment. I guess just waiting for the Grimstroke to come back. Probably gonna... Is he bringing regen? No. So Nongrata's just kind of chilling out with nothing at the moment. What? I mean, is he in trouble actually? I thinking about it now as well. The DKA lane where we have ult top. Before we talk about that, Fishman is going to take a death to the face here. The dual-headed beast will end up falling. Nicely done. In the meanwhile, mid lane as well. Arrow's got a DD. Storm's in trouble here, and it looks like he will fall. Stormer under threat of the 4 points in the raise and the DD. Now this tower, he's dead for 20 seconds. Arrow's just going to shove this out to the creep wave, so looks like Ember will probably lose a good chunk of this. What's he get? Did he give her rewards? I think he might have. Actually, I'm not even sure. But yeah, he'll shove it out. Looks like Ember's going to be back up relatively soon, though. But in the meantime, Naive with the ultimate pop tier. Cold Feet's going to proc. No Fear will get traded his life for the Ancient Apparition. But with the DK pop and the ultimate here, you really want to try and put pressure on the tower. Now, Grata does have to be careful. Like, this is slowly going to dwindle him down. He doesn't have enough mana for the Breathe Fire, but it's just at least forcing the Sentinel out of the lane. Now, Naive's just going to shove out this as fast as possible. Like, you have the catapult. You really want to try and put as much pressure on it. I'm even surprised he's not even just right-clicking the tower, honestly. Just getting like 1 or 2 hits here and there with 3 points in the Dragon's Blood. And the River. This is a big kill on Arrow. He's incredibly farmed at the moment. I mean, level 8, if you can bring him down, Remnant Dodge, Stormer is going to actually rejoin this mid-fight here. Will end up falling now. Arrow misses the raise. Inkswell, Telekinesis is going to drag him away. Arrow finds another short raise to bring down the Ogre. Magi does pay his price, however. So it's a 2-for-1. Khan still trying to attempt this dive here. They don't have any Astral Step charges. In the meantime, it does free up top though. Callan's going to have a pretty good time at the moment, but it's a 3,000 net worth lead. See how much damage the tower took as well. So Naive does a really good job. And he's going Necro Book. Okay, I don't know. Like, I've not seen the Necro Book on DK. Usually I've seen like a lot of Shadow Blades picked up. So I'm at... Oops. This does end up faring. Is my game capture on? I think it is. No, it's not. That's why it popped up. I was going to say, what's going on there? Alright, Arrow is going to go for the magic build. Okay. They're going to smoke up. So we're scouting them out here. Double Ironwood from both the teams. But I will want to highlight as well. I know I brought up the kind of the DK stun level 1. It is very nice in the fact that you have the AA. But of course, Archangel went for that cold feet, so I forgot to highlight that at least in the draft, and I thought I should do it now that they have had that nice combo with the stun into the cold feet setup here. We see a lot the Wraith Kings, the Chaos Knight, even the Sven. Sometimes we don't really see those heroes too much at the moment. Wraith King kind of the more popular one, but you know, the DK has had some flexibility. Teams have been showing that you can put him down to the safe lane, but now, Necro is a build I just have not seen, and I really think they're just going to try and group up. As we see Ember cancel out the outpost control, so it will just be 1-to-1 apiece. DK does use a lot of mana there, but still with the ultimate, I imagine they're just going to try and... I honestly wouldn't mind if he can either TP top or just shoves this lane out straight away. You really want to try and utilize the ulti as much as possible to put pressure on towers, because that first level, you don't really do a whole... Like, it doesn't have the splash, so you can't really utilize it to farm. But Radiant are content. Like, they're fine with what's happening. I think they do want to kind of force Morphling out, but the fact that Morphling already has double Wraith Band and Morbid Mask, like, he's fine. As we will see, Wade Spirit's probably going to end up falling here. Cullen's got the waveform, will commit it straight on top of Arrow here. Quick to simulate. Wade Spirit's going to be able to dodge out here. Arrow trying to deal with the backline support. Fishman, a couple more right clicks will find the kill. Cullen's still pretty content with taking this fight here to simulate. Cancels out the Requiem, still charging up, but the Tether's going to drag it back. Now with the Ice Blast from downtown, connects, deals with them straight away. So they're going to end up popping 3 dead on Dire. Nofi's going to try and show up here with the Stampede, allows him to get on top for the Inkswell damage. Takes out the Shadow Fiend, but still, can they clean up? Might potentially be 4 dead on Dire after all said is done. We even see the Necro books from Naive slowly chase them down, but yeah, it's going to be 4 dead on Dire. Triple kill for your Void Spirit. Beautifully done for them. They got a 4,000 net worth advantage. Khan looking strong in this game. Look at even the Rubik's trying to get a little bit of farm as well with that Flame Guard, but I know that's a beautiful rotation. Like, I brought up that DK, you really want to shove the Morphling out. Like, just Morphling, you want to try and stay in the lane as long as possible, and then once you get these items, you're kind of fine to jungle because you can do it like self-sufficiently because you have that lifesteal. Non-Grata Ice Blast again, man. Look at the impact. This is the beautiful thing. AA can play with Void Spirit, AA can play with the Rubric, even the DK as well. And not even that, because now you have a Euroscepter on the Shadow Fiend. It can set up, you can utilize it with the Requiem, you can utilize it with the Ice Blast, and then like a double raise potentially. So I really like the heroes that can play with the AA. Like, he can go duo with multiple heroes and find these pickoffs, which we just saw down bottom, and I can't. I mean, this is a very, very good net worth lead they've got. Like, 5,000, 12 minutes in. You take a look at the difference. Like, all the cores top of the net worth 1, 2, and 3, and even the supports are getting decent chunk as well. Like, they're giving a lot of farm over to the Rubik mid, who's going to have 8th lens now completed. But Dire don't have... Like, Morphling wants to find farm. We brought up that he's a hero to utilize all the space that your team makes for you. So who's going to take the objectives? Ember's not very good. Centaur's pretty much the only one with the Retaliate. Whereas on Radiant, you take a look, Naive has this ultimate. Even Shadow Fiend's pretty decent as well, but on the backline, Ice Blast, the Morphling just can't utilize the attribute shift here, so he's going to end up falling. And now, I mean, Naive, he's got a goddamn Necros, man. Like, still, this is so cool to watch. I've not seen the Necro books, and they're just going down. I thought they were going to do this around the level 15 on the Shadow Fiend with the Presence Aura, but they don't even give a damn right now. They'll try and take mid. It won't fall because the Glyph, and they're just going to go top. And this is a very obvious movement from Dire, because no one's shoving up bot, and no one's showing the lanes. You know they're going to smoke up from that bottom side. It's a cross-map smoke here, and Radiant are pretty well aware of this, it looks like. Like, Void Spirit's in a spot where he's going to try and pop a smoke and just get in and out. Even dragging away from mid, so they're just going to have to deal with mid and top. Smoke's gonna pop, but like, how do you get on top of him? You don't have a way without the blinks. I say that. They find the chains and the silence now. Quick, you Scepter's out. Can you get the simulate fast enough? It looks like instead the actual step, and now with the Ice Blast connects only onto the Ogre Magi. Fishman's gonna put his body on the line to allow the rest of the team to disengage, because it looks like No Fear's in trouble. Rubric's gonna have another Fate Bot up in a couple seconds here to secure the kill. 2 dead on Dire, and in the meantime, guess what? Naive shoving out this top side of the map here. They're gonna be able to take the tier 2 top. It looks like Khan's not just dead. They're not done just yet, however. Oh, can they charge up the Requiem at the perfect timing? They're able to get the Fury now. Ember, he had a Remnant. Both your Slight and your active Remnant are instant casting animations, so unfortunately just didn't get it off. Maybe the timing there, and not on Grotto as well. Remember, Stampede previously, and he's losing a lot of health, losing a lot of mana as well in Dire. They're just feeding kills left, right, and centers, but I mean, Sentinel's a tanky boy with the Hood Bracer. Is he tanky enough? But that's the question. On Grotto somehow still alive. They find the multicast lane. It's going to end up falling here. Enough protection coming through from Khan, but they should be able to clean up the Ogre Magi. Arrow sets up for the double race. There's a TP rotation, loses the illusion, so what? Can they actually find another? They've got the hoof stomp into the telekinesis. It might be enough. The silence a little bit too late. Radiant, they're completely outplaying Dire. I'm mind blown at how well Khan are playing at the moment. 4 dead on Dire. Like, I have not seen enough gains from Khan, but damn, they are looking incredibly strong. It's a 9,000 net worth lead. They are making plays where I thought they would have had to wait till that 15-minute, level 15 on Shadow Fiend. They don't give it, honestly, they don't give a shit. Easy way of putting it out there that they are just so far ahead, and Dire don't have like a guaranteed way to start. Like, you pick this Centaur, he has to be a hero to frontline, and Nograda's trying to do that with the Hood and the Bracer, but the issue is that you have to utilize the Stampede to kind of get in, and I don't know, it's just really difficult at the moment for them to do anything. The issue is because the Morphling's not a hero that can fight at the moment, whereas the DK and Shadow Fiend can. You know, we're gonna have to see the Morphling really still utilize the jungle. Like, Callan's going for this E-Blade, but Ghost Scepter's completed. Can you find the space to be able to find the E-Blade? Because you're going to lose the map. Like, T2 is going to fall top. Shadow Fiend's now even got a blink as well, so for the blink yours combination, he's even got an Arcane Rune to pair that up with as well. And they all saw the movement. They literally all saw Die just running up the high ground. They're baiting bot. Archangel is in trouble here. Might be able to get the Ice Blast off before the death here. Will be successful onto Fishman. They're going to force a retreat here, but it looks like it's a little bit too slow, though. Both the supports end up falling. And a Stormer. He doesn't have any remnants out at the moment. Can utilize 2, however. It looks like with this, it should be enough. Yeah, Mitch just unable to catch him on the backline here. Still very close. Gets the telekinesis into the drag back, and now they've got the Silent Stone as well. The Fob's going to come through from the tether, and they find another. Ember had enough mana for that remnant, but just didn't use it fast enough. And I mean, in the meantime, Naive is free farming. This is mind-blowing. They are playing so fast, actually. And Ember needs catch up, and he needs it fast. And the issue is he's not going to get any, because the Morphling is trying to find his farm. Archangel is just... he's doing a very good job. And now with the Ice Blast, they're going to get the pass-through on Callan. He's going to be careful waveform. You accept the setup. All they need is the fear to be able to help out here, and they just shred him down. Arrow didn't even need to get on top of him with the ultimate there. Utilized the fear to have at least prevent any disengage. I mean, the waveform was on cooldown, but they had that pass-through Ice Blast as well. And this is another T2 tower that's going to end up falling. I mean, we might just have a quick GG, honestly. Like, this game might just end here. Not right now, but like 22 minutes, I say there is a real good strong chance that this game is over. Ember, telekinesis. They still have the silence stolen. Creeps is making it difficult to be able to utilize the 8th, the remnant. So it looks like he will be able to disengage, but it's, I mean, this 64 HP, brothers. Just give it one measly right click. Maybe even a second measly right click is Courier. Oh, he bought it. Oh, no. And on mid, what's happening? Naive setting up. They've got the Ice Blast. There's enough damage. The Ice Blast comes into the last second. It's going to be able to disengage, however. Non-Grad is now in trouble, though, but the Ursept set up. Dire, they are on the back line, and they don't have the Shadow Fiend for this engagement. This could be probably the best fight Dire are going to end up taking over the waveform forward. Adaptive Strike, it's a lot of damage. Radiant, they're going to be forced to retreat. Here is the Void Spirit. Silenced up. Can't get any Astral Step. Will get brought down. Beautifully done from Dire. FlyToMoon 2.0. They're even going to be able to find Archangel as well. That's big for them. Couple of kills. How much of a swing is it? Yeah, it's definitely, it's over 2k there, so you take that. Very nicely done. See if Radiant just get a little bit too aggressive there. He went for the movement speed. Okay, I wasn't sure if he was going to go the movement speed. I haven't seen the presence in a while, but I really thought they could just end the game with this talent. But I mean, the movement speed is really nice with this kind of Ursept build because you got a lot of mobility. Like blink yours, 20 movement speed's already getting provided. And you kind of go, yeah, you go bots with it as well. Are they gonna roach? Okay. Try and keep the raise charge going. You do a lot of damage once you stack these up perfectly. Dire, I mean, look at the creepy equilibrium though across the map. Like, I don't think I've highlighted enough on how Radiant have done a really good job at keeping the lane shoved out. Like top, this is not obvious because I mean, this is not a spot where Radiant would be farming normally. And I mean, the Rubric's going to show mid, and the creep wave just hit the river, and Roche is already about half HP. So. And it looks like with that line drawn, they might try and smoke down bot. Really fast movement. It's going to be off the timing of that 10-minute interval. So it will be 2 bounties down bot for Dire. They're going to be able to claim an outpost apiece as well. But even Arrow's got an invis. He's going to walk up. Still smoked, so the Observer Sentry is not going to help out too much. They'll run into Fishman, who is in trouble. Damage already with the blink picked up. And they even find the blood loss, which is really nice. I mean, give it to Naive. Yes, Shadow Fiend's not really dealing any right-click damage, but can he? This is a very difficult kill. I think Ember should be able to get out. He'll get the Ursept. They're going to try and charge up the Requiem. He finds the Fear again. He had a Remnant, but just doesn't get it off fast enough. And now the Centaur taking a bunch of damage. Ice Blast on the mark. Naive. Quick Silence is going to be able to prevent the follow-up and the stun. Top is getting shoved out straight away. You see Arrow's just going to beeline to that mid lane. I mean, Ember doesn't have a buyback. And with the second point in the Elder Dragon form, Necro ones as well. Naive and Gang, they've got a catapult wave. They're just going to be able to put a lot of pressure onto the tower. They still have blood loss? No. Oh, they stole Stampede. What? Oh, no. I don't even know when they used Stampede. Alright. So it looks like Naive really just that Necro books. Oh, he's taking a decent chunk of damage. Blink forward. Who can they find? Void Spirit does use one Astral Step to try and get close enough for the Remnant. But it looks like they're going to be able to hold the tower. Multicast. DK will lose his first life here. Still Morphling. I mean, he's got a TP to come back to, but really wants the E-Blade. Radiant, they're going to Stampede. Latched will come out. Soulbind, Void Spirit, and DK controlled together. They don't get that tier 3 tower though, unfortunately. It looks like it's very difficult with that blood loss. You know, these towers are all, you know, they've been getting amplified lately a lot. The Parimatch thing, I keep looking over and it's just not symmetrical. Wait, hang on, I swear it just moved. I didn't even move and I swear it just moved. I don't know what's going on. I'm tripping balls, but okay, this is important though for Dire. Like, they have the Soulbind into the shotgun potential. You know, nothing really else to follow up. I guess like the Fire Blast is nice, which is maxed out. 240 damage if you do get a multicast and on that Soulbind is going to be pretty important. This is a big timing. I think FlyToMoon have to kind of take a team fight here and an advantageous one at that. And they've got 2 wards as well. They need to smoke up. If smoke pops on the low ground, they put a ward straight away up on the high ground. But you see, I mean, Archangel is very aware of what's occurring here. But they got the ward. Void Spirit, got to be careful here with the E-Blade. It's enough to burst him down. They find the backline arrow, but the Scepter combination. Morphling's going to be in trouble, unable to get the attribute shift off fast enough thanks to the fear. They will deal with the Ancient Apparition, but it's not going to matter. 2 dead on dying. Nongrada's going to force a TP out. Will be successful. Looks like a naive stun. Wasn't up fast enough, but Arrow, he does have a haste. Going to try and close the distance. Ember's a difficult Kira to catch. Has a decent movement speed as well, but he was up in a couple seconds. But the haste has worn off now. So it's a 2 for 1. That was a big fight though, Dire, where they wanted to really utilize this E-Blade getting revealed. There was a nice initiation on the Void Spirit as well, but just couldn't really burst him down. And now this last tier 2 tower is going to drop. Arrow now has a BKB completed as well. And Naive's almost got his own BKB. So this, I mean, magic damage that the Morphling's going to output will kind of be completely wasted.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And last remaining tower will end up falling here. Nicely done. 13,000 net worth advantage right now for Khan. They've got a very big experience lead as well, but Dire, they're going to back up and see what they can do. Nongrada does have Blink. I saw that last fight. So it is well and truly revealed at the moment here. Cullen looking towards the Lincolns as his next option as well. It's a lot of single target. The Morphling, sorry, the Shadow Fiend has popped off this game, I will add. Done a very good job of being able to find the Embers and the Morphlings before they're able to get kind of that defensive, kind of built-in abilities off fast enough as... He's got to be careful here on Stormstormer. Yamich able to find the setup. They need more with the Void. Geoceptor's going to come out, sets up for the Remnant. Is able to dodge it, actually. Nicely done. That is one mechanic that I'm unaware of. The yields into the Remnant. I thought it was pretty instant, but... Looks like there might have been a micro frame where he was able to get it off fast enough there. And Radiant's still holding this high ground. They're doing a very good job at not giving away. You know, they know Roche isn't up, so they don't really have to control the top side. And they're just going to walk up this bottom. I mean, Arrow's got a DD. Not as important on the Shadow Fiend without the right click, but it's still a lot of damage. See, I mean, they even got a... Who's got the pipe? It looks like Void does, but... DK. With this BKB, going on the Centaur is difficult. It's a lot of magic damage, so Centaur might have to commit the ult, but it's just chain locked down. He doesn't have a buyback now. Fishman forced back inside the base to Requiem. Arrow not going to get used just yet with a pump fake. Stormstormer will be able to make it back inside the base, though, but it looks like Void Spirit diving incredibly deep here. Your Scepter out, but the rest of the team have disengaged. He's got an Astral Step up in 10 seconds rating. They can definitely keep him alive here. Naive Fiends doesn't have the BKB, but it's not going to matter. They won't even need to utilize the Requiem. It's going to get cancelled out thanks to the silence from the Grimstroke, but it doesn't matter. Radiant, just perfect. Radiant are playing incredibly well with their chain lockdown. Really utilizing all their abilities perfectly timed so Ember and Morphling can't disengage fast enough. And now with the Catapult Wave, they're going to be able to take mid. So all these tier 3 towers are relatively weak. They're going to be careful. The shotgun. Multicast's going to come out as well. DK might end up falling here, and he will. Once again, Radiant will lose the Dragon Knight right before these tier 3s end up falling. 149 damage. Top 100 damage, I should say. Health 144 mid. And the bottom's got 1278. But they're well aware with the DK dead, Dire should be able to utilize this time to walk up the Hurricane and D-Ward. And Radiant, they're going to bait this. Love this play. But they'll send the Grimstroke Courier first, however. Really nice heads-up play, but it looks like Fishman's still going to pay the consequence. However, the blink forward on Grata. Stun. Clips onto one here. Void Spirit should be fine. Waveform aggressively as well. Straight onto Yamich with a shotgun. Not going to bring them down, however, so it's going to end up mattering. Wolf lose 3. Now with the Remnant forward as well. Void Spirit still got an Astral Step to be able to utilize. Going to go up to the northern side with the taunt. They're able to find him though. Non-Grata. Quick blink. It's going to be able to secure the kill. Void Spirit won't be able to disengage with the backline arrow. He cleans up the Morphling. So almost felt... I mean, the Morphling really would have loved to be able to utilize the space across the map with those heroes dead, but unfortunately just won't be able to. That's really big from them. And one mechanic as well that actually... Oh, Naive. You see, still trying to protect the Observe Warden. He'll find the Grimstroke, so this should be a kill. They don't have AA for that Ice Blast. Gonna try and stalk him for as long as possible, but nicely done. One mechanic I actually need to double check as well is the E-Blade with Soulbind. I swear you got the double, but then I didn't look like it, so... More mechanics that I need to double check. See so many on a daily. There's so many mechanics in Dota, man. Ice Blast, Omega Low. Can they kill the Ember? He's underneath vision at the moment. They're still gonna have a ward on the high ground. They don't have Ice Blast. It's Arrow without Requiem as well. Blink forward with the raises. It's a lot of damage. Holy shit. Wow. Triple raise just melts through him, man. Look at that. Woo, even Rubric as well. I mean, not to mention, Rubric's level 17, guys. I haven't put enough emphasis on the fact that Rubric is having an incredible game. 6-1 and 14, maxed out. Everything's maxed out. I mean, just one level off the spell still, but you know, his amplification being, what is it, 26%? Might have had a stolen ability as well. I'm not sure if he had something before the slide, but finally they're going to be able to walk high ground and take this tower. Oh, I say that because the DK is still in trouble. They're trying to pump fake and get rid of the BKB, the Glimmer Protection Naive. Still, this tower is alive somehow. And in the meantime, Morphling's getting a lot of farm across the map. See Kellen just trying to shove this out as fast as possible. 2,700 gold in the bank, so it's going to go for the BKB instead of the Lincolns here. The Lincolns is almost like a bait, like... They have multiple ways to be able to pop the Lincolns. Like, there's 2 Yule Scepters. So it's almost kind of useless in that regard. So I do much rather... Oh, yeah, Shadow Fiend had the raise damage. I'm going to imagine that's how they got the kill, actually. Because I was going to say, I don't think you have the damage there. But I believe he had the 20 talent before the kill. He's already 21 and about a third here. A little over a third. But they're going to smoke up Dire. It's Shizuoka Magi on the high ground at the moment. They're going to try and link down to the bottom side. Fishman with this smoke's going to end up popping here. They really want to try and find more than the Ogre. Unfortunately, they won't do so successfully. But the Remnant as well, it actually pops the smoke. So they're not even going to catch anyone. I say that. Non-grata. Be able to blink out to the western side. Fishman's still kind of hunting down bot. He's going to TP out. Okay. That was... Alright. Oh, Requiem, never mind. I heard it just the last second here. Stormer gonna end up falling again. I mean, Arrow is really hunting, man. He's doing an incredible job. 11, 2, and 13. This is nuts. This Shadow Fiend is taking over this game. The pickoffs that he's been able to find onto the Ember and the Morphling is incredibly strong. And now they're going to be able to walk up higher ground. I mean, Ember's still... isn't dead for too long. They've got the glyph, Bloodlust as well. Radiant surely they should be able to find this tier 3 tower, right? Naive. Trying to force out. Centaur does commit pretty heavily now with the telekinesis. It's a lot of magic damage. Just going to get bursted down. Arrow commits his BKB for it. Looks like DK is able to hold his own, but now the buyback's going to come out from Non-Grata. Radiant got to be careful how deep they want to dive here. They know how important this target is on the Grimstroke to bring him down to start the fight here. And the Embrace is going to kill him, but now a quick heal Scepter. Non-Grata can't find the initiation. Kellen's going to try and find the backline, but the waveform doesn't catch out anyone. Now with the BKB, it's about to wear off, but they might just deal with the Morphling, who doesn't have a goddamn buyback here. And Non-Grata as well. He just brought back, but they're going to be careful. BKB's on cooldown. Shadow Fiend almost falling. The one might be enough to actually keep him alive. And now with the Yule Scepter as well. Non-Grata's dead for 90 seconds. This is just game 4 dead on Dire. Even Ember's got buyback, but it's not going to matter. The G's are dropped, and my oh my. They just didn't feel tanky at all. This is the thing about the Ancient Apparition, is that you, against tanky heroes, you just kind of shred through them. Beautifully done from them. Guys, I think there was a couple of